What up, dude?
Not much.
Yeah.
On.
Not much. How was first day of the show?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. How do you plan for things like this? How do you schedule your time?
So I usually do a couple podcasts a day when I'm here,
Yeah.
and then I'll schedule. So I'll usually set up 2 slots, because I find that as much as I love talking to people and doing podcasts,
Yeah.
when you do a podcast in the same spot multiple times,
Uh-huh.
when you go back to publish it, the third or fourth one, it seems to drop off because people are just sick of seeing the same scenery.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's not,
It like blends into the furniture.
yeah, it's like people are excited about the show when the show's happening,
Yeah.
but 3 weeks from now, people don't care about the shows.
Yeah.
So I always try to make sure I have 2 spots available each day, and then I'll schedule a couple people beforehand, but then I'll walk around the show. I'll maybe bump into somebody.
Yeah.
I'll leave 2 or 3 of the 6 slots, 'cause it's a 3-day show, open in case I bump into somebody here,
Yeah.
and then I'll schedule it then.
That's cool.
But I think that the important thing is, like, people want to see the stuff at the show, not necessarily us talking.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
You know? And
Yeah.
then when I do the podcast, I try not to talk about the show, because if someone's watching it a year later,
Yeah.
they don't care about what happened at the Pizza
Yeah.
Summit in 2025.
Yeah.
They care about what's happening in their pizza shop and the person I'm talking to.
Right. Well,
You know?
first mistake, just asked you about the show.
No, but, like, I know what you're
that's
trying- I
great,
know what
that's
you're
great.
doing, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's something I've learned. I learned it because the first time, so this is, I mean, I've been doing podcasts at shows for a long time,
Yeah.
but especially this one. And this one's the 3rd year going. The first year I did podcasts here, the whole conversations was about the show.
Right.
And I was like, what am I doing?
Right.
Why am I talking about
Right.
the show the whole time?
That's
Nobody
funny.
cares about that later.
Yeah. You started with Slice like a year and a half ago, right?
Yeah, I think September of 2024.
How's that been going, and how is it like managing sort of like both sides of yourself, if you will?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's going good. They're a great company. And the reason I joined Slice was because I really believe what Alir, the founder,
Yeah.
is up to, and
Yeah.
he really cares about pizza shops. And the only reason I joined was because I've known him for a long time.
Yeah.
And every time there was a problem where a customer would come to me and be like, hey, you know, I used to use Slice. They kind of pissed me off. They did this or that. I would reach out to her there. He would get on the phone, call
Yeah.
and fix the problem. And he ultimately really, there's a lot of companies like say they care about a certain
Mhm.
demographic or business.
Yeah.
They don't really mean it. They just do it to make money.
I have
think
noticed. Yeah. I think that's fair. I have noticed it. You all are like a little bit like a cult, and I mean that affectionately. But like when he's like tagged on LinkedIn or anything,
Yeah.
like, the shit just pops off,
he
and
does.
it's just people like in the comments just like, fuck yeah, we're
Yeah.
Slice.
I mean, you know, they're venture backed, so they have a lot of
Yeah.
funding. You know, they're a big company. They
yeah,
have 700 employees.
yeah,
And, you know, 15,000 pizza shops that use their platform in some way, shape, or form.
yeah,
So it's a relatively big company, even though it seems kind of small, and it's kind of run like a mom and pop, even though it is a big company. But, you know, handling the two is interesting to me, and I have to walk a tight balance,
yeah,
because yes, I work with Slice, but I also do my own thing, and I really feel like if I put my stamp of approval on something, it's got to be good,
yeah,
because my reputation is on the line.
yeah,
And I feel like I've built my reputation where pizza operators can trust what I say. I'm going to be a straight shooter
yeah,
and really say what I think is good or bad. And, you know, I try to be careful about what I say.
You for some reason you just reminded me of I watched you did a review of Slice Shop, Tony G's Slice
Yeah.
Shop, and you were like, I'm gonna be honest, and it was clear where you stood, but you weren't like overly negative. And I didn't think you hated it either. Like I'm not saying you did,
Right.
But that's got to be hard at times, man.
Well, that's why I don't review places. So I do a lot of videos in pizza shops, and I do
Yeah.
a lot of videos where I visit a pizza shop, whether
Yeah.
the owner's there or not.
Yeah.
And in the comments, always it's like, why didn't you review the pizza? Why didn't you review the pizza? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to review pizza.
Yeah,
My job is to talk about the owner and the business part of the pizza shop, and you to make your own judgment.
yeah,
And I did that one. Tony actually reached out to me after I did that video.
yeah,
He's like, sorry, I didn't like the pizza. I'm like, it's not that I necessarily didn't like the pizza.
yeah,
It's just that I didn't think it lived up to the reputation it had.
he is.
Yeah, you know, like,
Yeah.
it's always named as one of the best pizzas in San Francisco. It's always in that top list. And I think that as business owners, if you are not watching the operations closely,
yeah,
they can fall off pretty easily,
Yeah.
regardless of who you are.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good lesson for any business owner. Like even Tony Gimignani,
100%.
who's this well-known,
Yeah.
world-famous pizza operator, can still have his shops that
Yeah.
aren't live up to his standards. And it's hard. Like that's part of the business though. Part of the business is making sure that you can run a shop and it runs just as good when you're not there as when you're there.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part of the job.
It is. Do you feel like a pizza industry celebrity?
No. I do not.
But you are.
I honestly don't think of myself that way.
Yeah,
It's
like-
awkward for me. Like I'm really an awkward guy and uncomfortable in front of the camera and people coming up to me and saying hi. I mean, I like it. I don't like it. I'm awkward with it. I don't want people to feel like they could never come up to me and say
Yeah.
hi. I try to be present and always welcome those because
Yeah.
when I started podcasting, nobody listened. So anybody who watches or listens, I very much appreciate it even to
Yeah.
this day.
Yeah.
But I don't look at myself in any way, shape, or form as
Yeah. It's clear you don't take yourself too
not
seriously.
at all. You know,
Yeah.
I very much am just like, I still think of my, 22-year-old self who's just getting started as an owner.
Yeah.
That's who I'm making content for. Like,
Yeah.
all the shit I didn't know that I wish I did now.
Yeah.
That I would go back and change all of the things. Like, I did not run a good business looking back on it now, but I thought I did. I knew nothing. So I always try to do a podcast or a video and have that in mind.
Right. It's easier to believe that when you're younger. Like, man, I'm
Oh, yeah.
doing awesome.
Oh, yeah. I thought I knew everything.
Yeah.
I never came to expos. I
Yeah.
never did anything because I thought I knew everything.
Yeah.
Come to find out, I really knew nothing.
You've said in the past you started the podcast to learn more
Yeah.
about marketing, right? When did it become clear that you were the one helping other people learn versus, or do you just feel like everyone's learning together? Like, how do you view that?
Yeah, I don't think you ever figure it out.
Right.
I think it's always a learning process. When people started emailing me and messaging me, asking me questions about specific topics, that's kind of when I realized that, all right, I guess I'm an authority figure, so to speak, in the industry.
Yeah.
I need to learn as much as I can about how,
Actually back that up.
right?
Yeah.
Do things, do Instagram, do TikTok, do Facebook, do YouTube, and experiment. I really look at Smart Pizza Marketing, all the pages, as experiments. I try things, I document that, and then I come back and I say, hey, we tried TikTok. This is what we did for 30 days. This is the results from that.
Yeah.
And try to just share that information.
Is SPM just you?
Yeah,
Really?
just me.
You don't have like do you have help on like the back ends?
I mean, we have editors,
Sure.
but we don't have any content writers. It's just me writing the content. We have editors for the videos, and we're in camera people that help record stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the social media, it's all me.
Is it its own like standalone business? Like could you just do that?
Yeah, I did that for 10 years.
But didn't you have your shop in the background?
For the first 4 or 5 of doing SPM, I operated a shop and did that. SPM didn't make any money.
Yeah.
It was just me recording a podcast. And the goal when I started SPM wasn't to make money. It was to learn,
Right.
to use those learnings
Right.
in my shop.
Yeah.
And then it turned into people asking me questions. And then it turned into me being like, I can't answer 100 questions a week. Like, that would take all my time.
Yeah.
So here's our mastermind group. If you want to learn more, join our mastermind group. And then that group. And then people would be like, I can't join the mastermind. Can you just do it for me? And then we started a company. But then I realized that marketing companies for pizza shops are hard. Because owners don't, people, and this is from experience,
Yeah.
pizza shops don't make enough money where the owner can spend enough for what it
Yeah.
actually takes to do what you need to do if you don't want to do it.
Right.
And if you don't want to do it, you don't want to spend the money, you can get someone to do it for $500 a month. It's not going to work. And then it doesn't work. And then they say, TikTok doesn't work.
Yeah.
But it's really, you just didn't allocate enough resources towards it.
It's funny that you say that because I just talked to Scott Anthony and we were talking about he was doing some consulting marketing, and he was saying that people usually don't reach out till they're down to the last dollar. And I never really thought about how if you need marketing help, usually you don't have a ton of extra money to pay for
Right.
marketing help. But then it's a vicious cycle. So what I don't know. Yeah, it's just
So I always say you either have time or money.
right.
If you don't have money, you have time. Because the reason you don't have money is because your business isn't busy.
Yeah.
So you have time, whether that's, listen, you don't have money, you have fucking 12 hours a day
Yeah.
when your operation isn't open.
Right.
Whether you're open, maybe even if you're open 11 to 11, Like, it sucks, but you have from 11 to 4 in the morning to do that shit.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to do to make your business go where it needs to go.
Yeah.
And if you don't have time, it's because you're busy, you have money. So you have one of those two resources at your disposal to fix what you are. But back to your point of, generally people reach out when it's too late.
Yeah.
And if you need business, it's generally not because your business is in a place where marketing will help, if that makes sense.
It does.
It means if you're desperate and you're like, oh, I just need more customers, it really means something's broken in the back end.
Yeah.
Your product's not as good as you think it is.
Yeah.
Your service isn't as good as you think it is. Your location isn't as good as you think it is. One of those things is broken first, and marketing's just going to expose that.
Yeah.
If you come to me and say,
Interesting. It's like it almost, yeah.
if you say, let's do TikTok, I have all this money, let's do TikTok, Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook ads, and one of those things is broken,
Yeah.
your business isn't going to grow.
So what are the success stories that you see?
I think there's a lot of them on the podcast all the time. People come up to me and be like, listen, I didn't think, I started as a pop-up, I listened to your podcast, I was a plumber, or I was in finance, I got laid off in 2020, I started as a pop-up. And people generally nowadays, in this era, if you start small and expand over time, that's the smartest way to do it.
Yeah.
Because you can actually see if you enjoy doing it, if someone will pay you money for your pizza
Yeah.
in a smaller scale,
Yeah.
and you're not investing your life savings
Yeah.
in a big ass place that you don't know what you're doing. Generally, if you're not from the pizza industry, you have no idea what it's like.
Right.
And you say, I'm a plumber, I'm gonna open a pizza shop. If I give you 2,000 square feet, you're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if I can swear.
No, you're good.
You can bleep that out.
Yeah.
You're gonna mess it.
We'll figure it out.
You're gonna mess it up. You're gonna
Yeah.
mess up the layout. You're gonna mess up your menu. You're gonna
Yeah.
mess up because you just don't know.
Right.
And you're gonna blow $450,000, and you're gonna be 2 years in and be like, this is not what I was expecting. So I always tell people, start small. Do a pop-up. The Unis, the Gosnies, like those mobile ovens, the Fiero booths right there, those mobile ovens are not that expensive
Yeah.
relatively to a $400,000 build out.
Yeah.
And you can start in your local neighborhood on weekends, making a couple $1,000s a weekend.
Do you have
If you like it.
Do you have a portable oven at the house?
I got like 7.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you cook? Like, how often do you cook?
So I cook not as much lately because I've been traveling a lot,
Yeah.
but I used to make pizza almost 3-4 times a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Just always have dough on deck.
Always, yeah. My friend I did a video with my friend at Durham, which is a place down the street.
Mhm.
He makes fresh pasta in dough.
Yeah.
And if I don't have time to make dough, we just go to his shop.
Just get. Oh, sis. That's
Let me see that's great. My daughter's been really into sourdough lately,
okay.
and I'm thinking about opening another pizza shop.
Yeah.
And she's been, for the last year or two, she's got a gluten sensitivity.
Oh, yeah.
So she's been into sourdough. It's like that. I think I want to get into the pizza business. I'm like, all right, before you do that, I'm going to give you the advice I give everybody else. You're going to go work in a pizza shop. And you're going to work in a pizza shop for 6 months.
How old is she?
She's 22.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
And if you like it, then we'll talk.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you just saved yourself 15 years and
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of time
It's
to realize.
pain.
So she's actually right now working at my friend Chris's pizza shop
That's awesome.
in my area.
Yeah.
Works a couple nights a week, makes pizza at night, and she makes dough in the morning for him. Makes sourdough by hand.
I can't think of a dad more qualified to get their daughter a pizza shop job than you.
I mean, anybody. I mean, some of the guys that speak here that own pizza shops
Yeah.
are probably more qualified than me.
Sure, but still.
Oh yeah.
One more question for you.
Yeah.
Let's do a crystal ball. 2026. What will be like a big theme that comes into focus in the pizza industry, in your opinion?
I think delivery coming back in house,
Okay.
not using third party.
Yeah.
There's a breaking point, in my opinion, right now where third party delivery drivers aren't super happy, and third party pizza shops who use those aren't super
Yeah.
happy. And at some point, something's gonna break. Where I grew up in the business, we had 12 delivery drivers on a Friday night, our own delivery drivers.
Yeah.
We never used third party. It became hard to do that once third parties came up. Everybody got excited about them. It was a new hot thing.
Yeah.
If you drove for those third parties, you made a ton of money. You could make your own hours.
When you want. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of going away.
Mhm.
And if people are starting to realize that those third party companies aren't profitable, so they're kind of squeezing the drivers a little bit more than they used to. And pizza shops hate it. Nobody likes to use them. I've never met one pizza shop
No.
that's
Yeah.
like,
thank
I
God
love
for
using
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Yeah.
They all hate them. So at some point, that's going to break.
Yeah.
And I think that delivery, people will start realizing or trying to figure out how to get delivery drivers back in house.
Okay.
Because the delivery aspect of food is not going to go away.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Cool, man.
Thank
Appreciate you doing
Yeah,
this.
this is great.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
absolutely. Thanks, dude.